Welcome back. We're going to move into our first progression from here. We're going to build on our cat-cows from here. So with your next inhalation, untuck your tailbone again, and instead of just letting your belly button drop down, you're also going to shift your hips back towards your heels. As you exhale, you begin to tuck your tailbone again, and you're going to shift your weight forward, bringing some more pressure into your wrists, which is going to be a nice preparation. But let's keep going. So let's inhale back again, and then exhale, round your weight forward. Inhale back, and exhale forward. Inhale back, exhale forward. Your tailbone is leading you, as well as your breath. We're gonna go here a couple more rounds. Try to connect breath and movement, and begin to envision those waves. Your body is kind of shaping, your tailbone is creating waves, and your body is just following your tailbone. The waves. That's what I was trying to say. Good. And from there, we're gonna find stillness, find a middle again, find stability. Try to really press your shoulders away from the ground as well. So don't sink into your shoulders, don't let your belly button drop down. Stay stable, keep your tailbone tucked, press into the backs of your feet. And then from here, we're gonna extend our right leg towards the back. Now, it's really easy to let your hips open up. We're gonna try to keep our hips level. And the trick number one is to, first of all, hug in your ribs, and secondly, also point your toes down towards the floor. With your next exhalation, you're gonna begin to tuck your tailbone again and bring your knee in towards your forehead. From there, you're gonna inhale and move your leg back. It's really easy to just shoot your leg back, but imagine that you're moving in honey or in water and create that resistance. So let's exhale, and this time bring our elbow in towards our right elbow, our knee in towards our right elbow. And then inhale our way back again. Exhale, left elbow, and inhale back. From here, we're gonna exhale, bring our knee in towards our chin, and then place our foot in between our hands. And you might wanna help with your hand, whatever it takes, just so that you find your way into your low lunge. Also, make sure that your heel is underneath your knee, and then you can adapt with your back knee. So if this is really intense already, you might want to bring your back knee pretty close in towards your front heel. Otherwise, you can walk your knee a little bit further back. Your next inhalation, let's extend our spine again. Imagine that someone was pulling you up from the crown of your head. Your spine is as long as possible. And then with your next exhalation, you're going to begin to tuck your tailbone again, and then slowly extend your front leg. Now, maybe your leg is going to extend completely, but maybe it's going to be here. It doesn't matter. As long as you feel a sensation, you've done your job. Inhale all the way forward again, and then exhale, tuck your tailbone, press your hips back towards your back heel. Inhale, untuck your tailbone, and come forward. And again, try to connect breathing and movement. Couple more rounds here. Good. And then from here, we're slowly gonna find stillness. And I'm actually gonna turn around just so that you can see what I'm doing. Bring your left hand to the inside of your right foot and begin to press firmly into that hand. Bring both of your shoulders to the inside of your right leg first. So maybe heel toe your right foot a little bit further out towards the outer edge of your mat to make sure that you have enough space. And then from there, with your next inhalation, you're gonna reach forward. Imagine that you were trying to grab something in the front of the room. And then with your exhalation, you're gonna draw a huge circle, a huge arch, until your hand reaches the back of the room. Inhale forward again, and exhale back. Inhale forward, and exhale back. Now your range of movement might vary. Just go as far as it's accessible for you right now. And again, as long as you're doing the work, it's all good. Couple more rounds. Exhale back and inhale forward. Really working into that shoulder joint as well. Opening the sides of our body. Good. One more round here. Let's hold it here. The back. Take a nice inhalation. And exhale there. Good. From there, bring both of your hands to the inside of your right foot and begin to press a little bit more firmly into your right hand. Tap your back toes, and then with your next inhalation, open up your right side of the body. What you're trying to do is you're going to try to bring your right shoulder right on top of your left shoulder. So your shoulders go from parallel to the mat to perpendicular, basically 90 degrees from the ground. Good. Now this is going to be a little bit tricky. You are going to untuck your back toes, press into your shin, and then walk your right foot towards the back. From there you can then extend it and come into your supported side plank. The angle of your left shin doesn't really matter. You can either bring it 45 degrees or even 90 degrees, so parallel to the back edge of your mat. What you're trying to do is you're going to try to create one straight line from your left wrist up towards the tips of your right hand. Good. And then with your next exhalation, you're just going to try to lower your hips down a little bit and then inhale your way up again. Exhale down and inhale up. Exhale down and inhale down. Good. From here, place both of your hands back down onto your mat. Shift your left shin back so that it's parallel to the mat. And then with as much control as possible, you can take your right foot forward in between your hands. Make sure that your hands are on the outer edges of your mat. And we're going to move into a little bit of a funky movement here. So tap your back toes and then take your gaze forward, and just like a spring, begin to shift your weight a little bit back and forth just to prepare. Then shift all your weight forward. Take your gaze forward, bend your back knee and thread it through your basically right leg and left hand or arm. And from here you're going to end up on your bum. This is a little bit funky. We're going to repeat it, so don't worry if you didn't get it the first time. We're going to sit down, and now here, imagine a tripod. Imagine that your sit bones were two contact points of the tripod, and then your tailbone was the third contact point. Try to tuck your tailbone and lengthen your spine. Imagine, or try to remember the way that we did it in the beginning, trying to really bring our spine down towards the floor or in our cat-cows. You can choose. You can either keep your feet down on the mat, or you can just bring your heels down, or you can maybe bring your big toes down, just creating a little bit more support, or you can begin to lift your feet off the floor. Try to reach your chest up towards the sky, shoulders draw away from your ears. Keep breathing here. You can hold on to the backs of your thighs, or bring your arms parallel to the mat. You're gonna stay here a couple of breaths. Keep breathing. Stay here with me. Good. And then from there, we're gonna cross our right leg, foot on top of our left foot, and then bring our hands forward and shift our legs back, so that we end up in an all-fours position again. Maybe you want to take a couple of cat-cows, a couple of circles, whatever you feel that your body needs right now. And maybe let's take a second to compare the two sides. So we worked the right side of our body, we didn't do anything with the left side just yet. And then try to find stability again. Step into our breathing again. Make sure that our alignment is here. Good. And from here, we're going to move into the other side. So press into the back of your right foot, and then slowly and with as much control as possible, extend your left leg, flex your toes, and then with your next exhalation, tap your tailbone and bring your knee in towards your forehead. And inhale back, don't shoot your leg back. Exhale forward towards your left hip. Inhale back. Exhale opposite elbow. Inhale back. And exhale chin. Let's hold it there and then place your foot in between your hands. It's totally natural to feel like one side feels really different from the other. With your next inhalation, extend your spine again, and then exhale, tap your tailbone and press yourself back as far as your body is taking you, and then inhale forward. Shoulders away from the ears, and exhale back. Inhale forward, and exhale back. Good. One more time. Let's come forward here. And then bring both of your hands to the inside of your left foot and heel toe your foot a little bit further out so that your shoulders are nice and comfortably above your wrists. With your next inhalation, reach your left arm forward and then exhale, open up. Inhale forward again and exhale, open. Inhale forward, exhale, open up and open. Inhale. And exhale back. Good. Let's hold it there. And then bring your left hand forward as well. Make sure that you're stable. Tap your back toes and then press into your right hand. Let's begin to open up that side. The reason why I'm asking you to tuck your toes is just that so you can begin to practice to bring your heel above the ball of your foot and don't let your shoe fall out towards one side. Now I'm changing the side again so that you can see me. And then you can begin to open up your back shin and tuck your toes. And then slowly, slowly walk your left foot back and extend it. Come up to either the whole sole or just the outer edge of the foot. And then make sure that your front wrist is underneath your shoulder and extend your arm above you. Shoulders draw away from your ears. Don't bring them into towards your ears. And then exhale, lower your hips down, your arm down and inhale up. Exhale down, send your hips forward. Exhale down and inhale up. Good. From here, bring both of your hands back down onto your mat. And then with as much control as possible, bring your left foot forward again in between your hands. Make sure that your hands are about the distance of your mat again. And then tap your back toes and begin to rock and roll forward. And then finally take your gaze forward, shift your body weight forward and thread your right foot through your arm and leg. Good. You're going to end up on your tripod again. And maybe you want to take a little bit of a harder variation this time. So if you had your soles down, maybe you want to lift up onto your toes. But make sure that your ribs are hugging in nicely, that you're engaging your core and that your tailbone is tucked. Gonna hold it here again. Take a couple of breaths. Don't hold your breath. Good. And you can cross your left foot on top of your right foot. Take your hands forward and step your way back into your all fours position. From here, you can slowly lower down your hips. Bring your hips down towards your heels and bring your forehead down towards the floor. If it doesn't reach the floor, you can always bring a blanket or a book or a yoga block and place it underneath your forehead. Let's take a couple of breaths here before we're gonna continue with our second progression.